Hi everyone, Uncle Nacki here. Today I wanted to show you some things I picked up at this Plainville Sports Card Show. This was in Saturday, March 16th, Plainville VFW. I suggest anybody in the area, if you like busy shows, a lot of action, a lot of things going on, definitely go to this show. This is the second time I've been to this show, and I've been very impressed by the amount of people that it pulls in. So even if you're, say, a dealer that was thinking about setting up a table somewhere, I'd recommend, reaching out to see if you can set up at this show, just because of the amount of people that this show pulls in. The first time I went there, I was amazed. I thought it was kind of a fluke. I went this time, and it was even busier. And it's nice to see. It's a good sign for the hobby. A lot of different things, to see there. A lot of the new stuff. A lot of basketball and football cards. Some dealers just set up strictly with that stuff. Few dealers with 1960s and 1970s singles, which was good. And there was also a few dealers with unopened boxes. So all around, just a very good show with a little bit for everybody. So like I said, this was on March 16th I went, and the next one is April 20th. So definitely, if you're in the area, April 20th, check this place out, and I'll show you what I picked up at the show. So I ended up picking up some unopened material, some different oddball things that I don't usually, tend to pick up unless, pricing is, on the low side. And I got a little bit of everything. I'll show you a couple things here. I got this one I have not seen before. It's like a minor league type set. AAA. It says pre-91 rookies in here. So I'll have to look online and see if I can find a checklist, maybe, just kind of get an idea of, who might be in there. Picked up a couple boxes of Pro Set golf cards, and these here are complete sets inside these boxes. There's 4 complete sets per box, so I got 8 sets total. And there's 100 cards per set. Picked up a 1990 Topps hockey set, still factory sealed. All these are factory sealed. This one here, 1991 PGA Tour set, Pro Set. Not really sure what the difference is between these two. This one might have been from 1990. And then this was a larger set from 1991. It says it's 285 card set, and it says one collectible. So I'm not sure what that is, if it's some sort of a relic. Like I said, these are all kind of like things I normally don't purchase. I'm usually more into baseball cards. This here was the classic. This is a football one. It's hard to tell with the cellophane on there. Not really sure what year this was. If I can tell, let's see, 1992 draft picks, classic, and that's for football. I also got this Pro Set football box, and this is another one that contains 4 complete sets and 160 cards. So I'm not sure. I'm assuming it's 160 cards per set in this box, because it's a it's a larger box. The kind of like the older Topps boxes. And then the last box here that I got was a 1991 Series 1 Pro Set football. And yeah, so basically what it came out to, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boxes, and paid $35 total for the 8 boxes. So just to give me a little bit of a different things in the collection. Mostly I deal with vintage baseball, and this way I've got a little bit of other things. I am working on a website where I'll be able to buy and sell things. So at some point these will probably be listed on the website. And then I picked up some singles, which I'll show you. Let's see if I can straighten this out here. So I ended up picking up a couple 1952 Topps. I'm not really actively working on this particular set, but if I can find some of these singles at $5 or under, then I usually pick them up, as long as they don't have any tears in them or any ink spots or any missing paper on the back. If I can get them for $5 or under, then I usually will purchase them. And I just want to see how far I can get in the set, sticking to those guidelines. And then once I've gotten as far as I possibly can, then I'll start to look at what options I have at that point, if I want to continue to complete the set or not. It's a set that I haven't put together before, so it might be kind of interesting. It being more difficult because it's got the high numbers, it's got the very expensive Mickey Mantle card and everything. But I'm just curious to see how far I can get in this set with a budget of $5 and under for these cards. And you'd be surprised, what you can find out there. I actually picked up a lot of 20 of them, and I think it worked out to $2.64 a card. So you'd be surprised, with a little bit of searching, what you can find out there. And, who knows? I don't really know how far I can get, in the set, based on those guidelines. I haven't really took the time to really dissect the checklist and to kind of determine ahead of time what each card is going to possibly cost. So, there were these 2 cards here. A dealer had them, not really, it was on his table, but kind of behind the table a little bit. Asked him if they were for sale. He said, yeah, he said they were $10 a piece. I said, okay, well, I'm going to have to pass because I'm kind of working on a little project, with certain guidelines and everything. And I said, I'm, trying to stay $5 and under. And, he gave it a little bit of thought, and he said, I'll sell you each of the cards for $5 each. So I was able to pick up 2 more 1952 Topps cards that, I need for my set. And I think currently I have a total of I think I'm near 50 cards already. So like I said, it should be interesting to see how close I can get to 407. And then I'm also keeping track of the cards that have the black only ink on the back, and might throw that into the mix of building this particular set at that type of a budget, just to see how far I can get. Since I collect the T206 set, the 1952 Topps is another iconic set, so it would only make sense for me to see what I can do with these. Last thing I picked up at the show was just a bunch of random 1973 tops. As some of you may know, I'm working on finishing up a few of these sets just because I have so many of the cards. So, I had a checklist of just the high number cards of what I needed, and I got pretty much everything I needed. I probably have maybe 6 cards left on my checklist for the high numbers, and that's to complete 3 complete sets. And some of them are some of the more difficult ones, with the last checklist card especially. Trying to find the 588 card with no ink on it is difficult, plus trying to find it halfway decently centered and without any creases. And then also the same thing with the Phillies team card, this being Mike Schmidt's rookie year, and then this also being a high number card, just causes the value of this card to kind of be on the higher side. And then, like I said, there were just a bunch of other random cards that I just didn't have 3 of. So I made a pretty good dent in all those cards, and that's about it. This weekend coming up, it's going to be possibly a busy weekend. I've got 2 baseball card shows to possibly go to and 2 coin shows to go to. So we'll see how that goes. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please subscribe. The more people that subscribe, the more it encourages me to continue to make some more of these videos. And I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching.